They are facing a lot of challenges. There's a lot of growth in the industry. There's a lot of new restaurants, etc., opening up. You've got the Howard Smith Wharves. You've got the Crown Casino opening up. It's going to have another 27 restaurants. And one of the things that I'd never really thought about was how are they going to get staffing? You know, in Australia we seem to staff these venues with backpackers and students and so forth. It's not seen as a career for people, which is making it really hard because they're very transient. They're constantly having to train people. But what I did find was that those publicans who have been around for a long time have an established employee base. They have promoted them, they've made them part of the group, and so they get the loyalty, and that reflects in the quality of the product that they provide. But it was certainly a big issue, and I think it's something that the QHA is going to look at is, you know, what sort of courses and what can they offer. Well, they're still finding it very challenging. You know, there's some inconsistencies with it. For example, if you go down to, say, Jade Buddha across the road, after 10 o'clock you've got to have an ID. We had that wonderful thing with the prince or whoever he was who wasn't allowed to get in. But you could then walk across the road to a restaurant, a licensed restaurant that's got a bar. Because it's only going to be open until midnight, you can walk straight in without an ID. Now, the other inconsistency is if I've been thrown out of a pub or I'm banned, if I go to that facility before 10 o'clock and stay in that facility, then I don't get picked up in the lockout laws, because once I'm in, I'm in. So these things are all challenging, and there's still a fair discussion about whether or not they're actually achieving the result. I guess, you know, disposable income is reducing. We've had minimal wage growth, so people have got less money at the end of the week to go out on a Friday night. And I really found it surprising what a number of the publicans were saying is that they're having to compete with Netflix, because people are staying home during the week, they're binge watching Netflix, and they're ordering Uber Eats. Now, most of these people historically would have cooked their own meal, etc., but they're now ordering Uber Eats because they're binge watching. So if you're allocating $200 a week for entertainment and you've spent $100 of the week during the week on Uber Eats or one of those, then on the Friday night when you go out, you've only got $100 to spend. So the actual amount of money available to spend is shrinking. So it's very hard to capture that dollar, and even getting the people in the door, they're still spending less money. So it's another challenge which I hadn't really thought of as being a challenge for the industry, but it all comes back to creating an environment to entice people to come out of the house and, you know, go out to an entertainment. You know, you can no longer have a restaurant that just serves a great chicken palmy. You know, you've got to have something that it's good quality food, it's reasonably priced, it's a nice environment, you feel comfortable going there. And, you know, those people who get that put on a really good product. Those who don't, they're struggling, you know. And the other part of the industry is it's very easy at the moment to go and come and go. We're seeing a lot of regional areas and even in Brisbane where, you know, little bars are opening up for a short period of time. They might survive for 6 or 12 months. The facility's already there, they don't fit it out, it's already there, so they lease it lock, stock and barrel, and they can just start serving, and they drop their prices to get people in. And that then impacts upon those operators who, you know, have got millions and millions of dollars invested in their properties, and they're having to compete with someone who's paying a monthly rent. And when they fall over, someone else comes up. So you might think that they're not a competition, but what they do is have that impact upon the whole pricing structure to just start squeezing everything down lower and lower. So it makes it, they've still got to compete.